Hi, and welcome to Blender Bitstream. Today I'm looking at using light groups to give more control over lighting. This is very useful for making lighting changes and even changing light color after rendering has already been done. Here I have a nighttime scene that's being lit by two sources, the environment and a point light. The environment is just a sky texture you can see here in the shading workspace when switching the shader type to world. I'll also set sun intensity to 0 and the background strength at 2, meaning I have the sun off, making it essentially a nighttime sky. The scene also has this light card bending around the set with its shadows turned off in ray visibility. It's using an emission shader to project a tiny bit of light and contribute nice reflections, as well as some background parallax to sell the look. For the candle, I have a point light with a radius of 0.2 meters, and soft fall off checked. I also switched off multiple importance so that I don't get funny reflections from the point light in the window glass. I also want to render this candle flame mesh that is pretty much just a mesh with an emission shader and shadow visibility turned off. So not only will I need to make light groups, but also an emission pass. To do that, I'm going to go to View Layer Properties, and in the Passes drop down, I'll scroll until I see light, and check emission. This means any emission objects in the scene will have their own render pass, which I'll be able to access once the scene is rendered. While I'm here, I'm also going to turn on denoising data in passes data, which is just above light passes. Now I'll set up the light groups. For the first light group, I want to capture the environment lighting, so I'll scroll down in the view layer, just below where I set the emission pass, to light groups. Next I'll click the plus icon to create the first light group, which I'll name environment. Clicking the plus again to make the second light group, I'll name that one candle. Now those two are assigned differently to their respective group. For the environment light group, I want the world lighting to be captured, which is the sky texture. To do that, I'll go to the World Properties tab and Settings, and in there you'll see Light Group, which I'll set to the environment light group I just made. To capture the candle light, I'll select the point light and navigate to the Object Properties tab. In shading, there's a submenu called Light Group. From here I can select the candle light group from earlier. Now the light groups are set up, the render can happen. I have denoise off since I'll do it in the compositor. To see the passes and light groups, I'll need to go into the compositing workspace and make a new compositing node group. Here the render layers node is visible, and you can see as I cycle through each of these, it's split the render into lighting data, denoise data, and material data. These passes need to be denoised before they can be mixed. So I'll run them through a denoise node and plug the denoising albedo and denoising normal into their matching inputs. Now I can mix these separate lighting passes together and make an exact copy of the combined render. To do this, I'll use an add color node, plugging the environment pass into A and the candle pass into B, with the factor set to 1. To add the emission, I'll plug the result of the add color node into the new add color node's A input, and into B I'll run the emission, again with the factor set to 1. With the factor set to 1 on these two add nodes, you'll get the same result as the regular render, but you can turn the factor down to lessen the effect of any particular light group. The candle flicker and light variation in the intro was done by randomizing the mix factor of the candle light pass over the environment pass with a noise modifier and a driver. I can also change the color of the candle light and emission, or the darkness of the environment lighting. You can see how a lot of experimentation can be done. I hope this has helped you streamline your compositing process, and if you'd like to support the channel, leave a like and subscribe for more Blender Bitstream. Thanks!